Hello humans, I'm Yoshiller and welcome back to some more Kirby Super Star Ultra in this REDUX walkthrough of mine. Today I shall begin the Milky Way Wishes mode of this game, and as you can probably see on the top screen, this mode has a higher difficulty rating than any other mode I've played in this game so far, so hopefully this mode will make for some interesting videos. As you can see, the moon and the sun are fighting and you must settle it. Help us, comet the galaxy's end! Yes, and then the bottom screen also said something about Copy Essences Deluxe. I'll get into greater detail about that once I actually begin the mode. First, I have to go through this cutscene, which is basically going to describe the plot of this mode. So, there's a sun and a moon, and one day, in some random year, the sun and the moon began fighting each other, and when that happens, it constantly becomes day and night over and over and over again. Bad stuff. I mean, it's really hard to sleep when that's happening, when it's randomly becoming day and night, you know? It's just like you have a bunch of lights just shining through your window, and you can't do anything about it. So of course all we can do is really watch. But then there's this guy named Marks who's like, hey, I have an idea. I know how you can stop it. Can you make peace between the sun and the moon? Well, I don't know. Can you? I mean, you're the one proposing the idea. Okay. So Kirby is a space warrior. Throughout this entire game, I've been traveling all over the place, but I have yet to actually go into space. In outer space, there is this giant clock thing known as the Master Nova. It can grant you a wish if you are able to gather enough power to charge it. And in order to do that, you have to travel to various planets in order to obtain different powers and then charge it. So now I'm actually going to go into space, go to different planets, get different things, and charge this baby up. And hopefully, it can allow me to stop the sun and the moon from fighting. Simple as that. Yep, just fly to a bunch of planets, gain power, talk to a clock, stop a sun and a moon from fighting. Simple as that. Now, this is not my first time playing Milky Way Wishes, but for the sake of this video, I will go ahead and say that it is my first time, because this mode is interesting. There's a reason there's a tutorial here. Throughout the game, you've known Kirby for being able to inhale his opponents and copy the abilities of his opponents. In this game, you can't do that. You can inhale your opponents, but you will not copy your opponent's abilities. Instead, you need to get what is known as the Copy Essences Deluxe pieces. There'll be little trophy figures like this that when you touch them, you will permanently get that ability. Now, of course, you can get rid of it, but you will permanently have access to that ability. So in this instance, Kirby got Cutter. I touched this little Copy Essences Deluxe thing, I now have the Cutter ability, and now on the bottom screen, I can use it at any time. In this entire mode, there are 19 abilities, and I will be showing how to get all 19 of them, because you start off with none of them. You have to obtain each individual one, so I will show how to get every single one. So here we go. Just tap the lower screen and use the control pad to switch between abilities. So, yeah, you start off with nothing, but the second you're able to get one of those abilities, you can get them at any time. So this mode might start off a bit difficultly, but as time goes on, it gets easier and easier because you have access to every single mode at any time. Or, not every single mode, every single copy ability at every single time, such as long as you get one of those Copy Essences Deluxe pieces. Now, how the bottom screen looks now is actually how this mode functioned in the original Kirby Super Star. You didn't have a bottom screen in the original Kirby Super Star. Instead, you had to pause the game, cycle through different abilities which were laid out on this grid, and then select it from there. In this game, you can still do that, but of course, they just added touchscreen controls so that you can use an ability with ease. You have better access to it. Alright. You can do it, Kirby! You're our superstar! Hence why this game is called Kirby Super Star Ultra, because I'm playing the remake. But okay, we actually have a world map screen here, and I think when I played the Dynablade mode, I said that that was the only world map in the entire game. I was wrong about that. This is another world map, but here, you can actually play the levels in any order. I'm going to play them in order just for the sake of convenience. So this first level is called the Grass Planet Floria, and as you can see on the bottom screen, there's 3 little circles. That means there's 3 abilities here I can get. This level focuses on you changing seasons, and if you change the season to winter in this first part here, you can actually go backwards, you can go through this door, and you can obtain the Ice Copy Essences Deluxe piece. So now, at any time, I can access the Ice ability. Anyway, like I was saying, this level focuses on you changing the seasons. You have to do that in order to progress onto the level, because there'll be different obstacles that will disappear based on the season. So right now there's a tree, so I'm in winter, now I gotta go to spring, and the tree is still there. Okay, now I'm in summer, the tree is still there. And now I'm in fall, and the tree is now cut in half. And that's the main focus of this level. It's constantly changing everything in order to continue on with the level. But of course, changing the seasons also allows you to find other rooms. So here in winter, I can destroy these ice pieces, and I can go down here and get the fighter ability. So there we go. Now I have 2 Copy Essences Deluxe pieces that I can use anytime. But for the sake of convenience, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the ice ability for now. Now I have 2 of the Copy Essences Deluxe pieces on this level, but there's a third one. I will go ahead and demonstrate where you get it. So far, I've gotten 2 of these pieces in the winter season. The last one can only be obtained in another season. I forget which one it is, but I will show it when the time comes. So continuing on, if I go over here and then go through this door a couple times, now it's spring, now it's summer, here we go. In summer, you can go back over here and get the cutter ability. And now I have obtained all 3 Copy Essences Deluxe pieces on this first level. Ugh. Saying that term is gonna get tiresome real quickly. In fact, it already is rather tiresome to say it. But yeah, from here on out, you can just complete the level. In fact, you don't even need to get all of these pieces in order to complete the mode. But if you want to get 100% of the game, and if you want to walk through the game like I'm doing, then you're going to have to. Alright, here we go. The bosses at the end of each of these levels are based on bosses that you fought in other modes. This boss is Twin Woods, who appeared in the Revenge of Meta Knight mode. I fought Wispy Woods regularly, but Twin Woods appeared in Revenge of Meta Knight. So here we go. Don't know what ability is best to use against this, but I like using fighter ability so I can spam this little uppercut attack and spam invincibility frames while still dealing a ton of damage to these bosses. So here we go, slowly but surely. Come on. There we go. And this boss is dead. That means I've gotten through the level, and at the end of every level, there's this little double star thing in front of a star rod, which appears in the background. The star rod is in reference to Kirby's Adventure, in which at the end of the game, you go to the Fountain of Dreams and there's a star rod at the end of it. So I activate the star rod at this planet and now there's a little starry trail between the next planet. I don't have to go to this planet right away, but I'm gonna go to this planet just because it's easier to explain things. This next planet is the water planet Aquarius. As you complete every single planet, there will be a starry trail connecting all the planets, and when you completed the entire starry trail, you will have access to the giant clock thing known as Nova. So you have to complete all the levels, but you don't have to get all of the abilities. Getting all of the abilities just makes things easier for you, and it allows you to get 100% within this entire game. But in this video, I'm not going to be getting all the... I'm going to be getting every ability as I go through each level, but I'm not going to be playing every single level in this part because that would take way too long. So this will probably be the last level that I play in this part, and then in the next part, I'll go ahead and do the rest of them. Just because, you know, it's going to take too long. Okay, now, hitting those bombs should open up a door somewhere, and I'm actually going to get this Maximator right here. Alright, come here, Jelly. Thank you. I think the door actually appears over here. Excellent. Okay. Now here, I can get the Parasol ability. Now, what's about to happen is... there's going to be another thing which makes you think that there's a Copy Essences Deluxe piece over there, but there's not. So I have this Parasol ability, and right here there's a cannon. And you think that, oh, you have to light the cannon in order to get something, right? Well, you don't really have anything to light it, and it doesn't matter because that cannon doesn't get you to another piece. It's just there to get extra stuff. But you don't have to worry about that, so don't worry. Going in that cannon is not required to get all the abilities in this mode. Okay, now... going through this underwater segment can be tricky because I only have so many abilities that I can use underwater, so I might have to resort to either using the Parasol or to just using a regular underwater blowing attack. Alright, come here, Chili, you're about to die. There we go. I've got a Parasol Waddle Deep E, and I'll go with Ice. I don't need it, but I'll go with it. Okay. Alright, and now for this next part, there will be 2 doorways, and you want to go to the one that's actually in the center of the room. Even though it's blatantly there, it's actually the one you want to go into. You might think, oh, there's this door out of the way, maybe I should go to that one. No, you want to go to the one that's blatantly there. And there's a bunch of sword enemies in this room, which is foreshadowing the fact that you will get the sword Copy Essences Deluxe piece. Okay, hang on, gotta destroy all these. Actually, you know what? Maybe the Parasol ability will make things easier to destroy these. So let me go ahead and switch to that. Here we go. There we go. We are a Parasol duo. Okay, so getting to the end of this. Oh, Waddle Dee, hang in there. Oh, okay, hang on, let me fight you. Die, 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 die. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, now of course I barely get hurt after the battle, but whatever. Here we go. Here's the sword ability. I guess I'll go ahead and hang with this for a little bit. Huzzah! And then I still have one more ability that I have to obtain on this level. And I will go ahead and get it in due time. Right now I just have to make my way back. And like I was saying how in the previous stream, there's 2 doors there. There's one that's blatantly obvious, and there's one that's a little off. Now I have to go into the one that's a little off, because that'll actually allow me to continue on with the rest of the level. Okay. So now if I go down here, I will be brought... hang on. There we go. I will be brought into a current maze. And one of the abilities of this mode is located in here. And it's right over there. It's not really hidden. You just have to make sure that you go on the proper path. So here we go. Now I have Beam. And now that's every single ability of this water planet Aquarius. And now all I have to do is complete the rest of the level. In order to actually continue on with the level and get out of here, you're going to want to go all the way to the bottom. But don't go in any of the doorways. Go all the way to the bottom and then start making your way up. But don't go too high up. Just kind of stay average, you know? Basically, do what I'm doing. That's the point of this video walkthrough. I'm trying to demonstrate in visual form what you're supposed to do in order to complete this game. So there you go. Now there's a door with a sparkly star on it, which means it's time for a boss fight. And based on this background, you might be able to tell which boss this is. It's the same boss that I fought in the Great Cave Offensive. It's versus Fatty Whale. However, in the Great Cave Offensive, he was blue. In this mode, he is red. and he is ready for revenge. Oh, alright, come here, you fatty whale, you. I don't make the names, but you are called Fatty Whale, and I will refer to you as that name. Okay? So come here, fatty. Come here. Okay, slowly but surely, I'm more than halfway done with your HP, which means I'm more than halfway done with this boss fight. Booga, 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 booga. There we go, just started a bunch of these. Come on. No, okay. Alright, alright. He's gonna knock the water up. Hang in there, Kirby, hang in there, Waddle Dee. No! Okay, we're fine. I'll just stand under your umbrella. Oh, no! No, Waddle Dee! No! I mean, we beat the fatty whale, but here, take this. There, now you're a Waddle Dewey, but hopefully that's sufficient. We'll trade abilities. You take beam, I'll take the parasol, okay? Woo! And now that that's over with, I can go ahead and get this, activate the star rod for this planet, and wrap up this level. Woo! And in wrapping up this level, I suppose that I'll go ahead and wrap up this part, because I did say that this was the last level that I'd be doing in this part. And there's a bunch of other levels that I have to do, but I'll cover them all in the next part. So that about wraps up this part of Kirby Super Star Ultra in this Redux walkthrough, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you all next time. The next moment I take on this wind planet here known as Sky High, and I'll also take on the rest of the planets in this mode next time. Bye-bye, humans!